tonight I'm in Yorkshire with Barnsley and Leeds United fans. I mean, you guys, it's the first time for a while that you've been in the same division, isn't it?
Since we got promoted.
1990.
Yeah.
Have you enjoyed your experience in the top flight? I mean, it doesn't look like it's going to be a very long one, does it?
No, but I've been going 20 years when they were in 4th division, so I have never seen Barnsley relegated. I've seen them from 4th up to Premiership, and I feel very proud.
I mean, it is some achievement. It was a great achievement to come back up. And do you think that I mean, it's still mathematically possible for you to stay up?
Of course it is. Of course it is, and we will stay up.
We're 2 points away from being safe.
We've now learnt about the Premier League. You don't play football, you kick the opposition. We've now learnt it. It's took us
I would say that's
5 months.
I think the thing that has I mean, the facts speak for themselves. The thing that has let you down has been your naive defending, hasn't it?
Exactly. We haven't kicked the opposition.
Yeah. I mean, well, whatever. You've allowed them to score too many goals. And let's face it, it's not the forwards that kick.
No.
You know, I mean, you could hardly call people like sort of Robbie Fowler, Michael Owen, Andy Cole, people like that. They're not dirty footballers. They're not kicking your defenders.
No, but their defenders are kicking our attackers.
I would query that. I don't think your forwards have put the defence under enough pressure. But I mean, you know, you've come up, you've had some fun.
We've had some fun.
To win at Anfield was brilliant.
Yes, I mean, what was that like? I mean, we all enjoy that experience, don't we, winning at Anfield. It's good fun to stuff the Scousers. I mean,
It was that day. I think they said we were the highest priced Premiership team ever to go anywhere and win. We were 25 to 1 against to win at Anfield that day.
did you have a bet as well?
I did, but I would imagine he had.
You're the better, are you?
Hey?
I'm the one that bets on the results.
Yeah.
And I've been down on that day.
Oh no!
Actually, at the end of the match, the stewards had to make us go out because we wouldn't leave.
You didn't want to leave.
Didn't want to leave.
Singing and yelling and jumping up and down.
Didn't want to leave.
I mean, it's like we were saying earlier, you know, away fans, you have more fun. I mean, a big away victory, something like that. We've won at Anfield the last 2 seasons, and it's just been ballistic. You know, it's been absolutely glorious.
It's a big game for your club to win there. We've got kind of like, I mean, as Leeds fans, we have a great, I mean, we have a rivalry with Man United, but we have like a respect for Liverpool from days in the 60s and 70s. Everybody, you know, people say to us, how come you hated Man United in there and not Liverpool? Liverpool were your rivals, but it bred in us like a respect for them.
Yeah.
And it's, but like Barnsley, we have like a soft spot for Barnsley, really.
Yeah, we were really glad.
I live in Harrogate in like capitalist North Yorkshire, you know, and Barnsley represents to us what Yorkshire, you know,
Really
the national image of Yorkshire, you know, what we're lacking.
Yeah, what we're lacking in Harrogate.
But I mean, both you clubs, one thing that you really have in common is dodgy foreigners. Isn't it? No. You have been stitched. You've had two of the biggest stitch-ups, Yeboah and Broly.
We haven't been stitched up by them though, have we?
You don't think you have?
We've been stitched up. You look at this last weekend. We were at Crystal Palace, right? Now,
Big Fat Thomas was playing.
Big Fat Thomas was playing, yes, and he's playing for nothing. But with a manager who says he's no commitment, don't want him. Now, with Rod Wallace there now, doesn't want to play for the club, won't sign a contract, is in the first team. There were problems with Thomas Brolin, whatever problems they were, we don't know. We'll never know the truth about them, but all we hear is he doesn't want to play for the club, so he's not playing. Now, with Rod Wallace,
he doesn't want to play for the club. He's not going to sign, but he's still playing. He's going to have to play.
Yeah. My philosophy on football is if you want to win a football match, you pick your 11 best players.
Yeah, but Wallace has got to play so that other clubs will see him playing well. That's the psychology that Graham's using.
Why not with Tony Yeboah? Hey? We paid £4.5 million for Thomas Brolin and got nothing for him because he wouldn't play him. Because the same manager wouldn't play him. Now, so obviously it's something else.
Yeah.
It's something else. It's a problem with Howard Wilkinson, that's obvious. And whatever's happened with George Graham, but we've actually spoke to Thomas Brolin and heard his side of the story, and he just didn't seem to us.
what he was portrayed by this sort of
He played against us when he played for Crystal Palace in his first game, and I wish he'd signed for Barnsley with that commitment he showed that day.
Playing for free. And he's no commitment to Leeds United
He's a
for
class
15
player.
grand a week.
We always spoke to Thomas. Thomas waiting to play for us this year. Thomas said he wanted to play for us, but all they would do is put him in the reserves. They wouldn't even let him train with the first team.
He's a funny bloke, George Graham,
He
isn't
played
he?
twice for the reserves, scored 4 goals in 2 games for the reserves and got dropped.
Yeah,
Would you hold
that's what happened.
responsible for that? Is that the manager or Rowan?
We don't know.
We don't know, we don't really know,
absolutely.
but obviously what we've been told isn't true.
To be fair though to Graham, it was already
The seeds of
inherited it,
discontent
It was a
were
problem
already
he
there.
inherited, but he never inherited
And
the
the
problem with
Yeboah
Tony
problem was there
Yeboah.
too, wasn't it?
Yeah, but they were both class players.
But
And
the thing is,
another
what
manager
people
or
forget,
managers might have
everybody
worked it
remembers
out.
now, don't they, that Tony Yeboah threw his shirt down at Tottenham last
Yeah.
season, and if he ever come back to Leeds, he'd get booed and his stuff the park, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
But everybody's forgot the treatment that Tony Yeboah had up to that. And a player of that class, I mean, you can't deny that Tony
goals he
Yeboah is a
scored.
class
Yeah, the
player.
guy being Liverpool was absolutely
And he wasn't getting in the team. He was unfit. He was overweight. If he had only one leg and were 12 stone overweight, he would have scored more goals last season than what Ian Rush or Brian Dean or Rod Wallace did. And they were getting in the team every week, and that's what frustrated him.
Do you think it's because, I mean, George Graham is the old-style Scottish disciplinarian manager, isn't he?
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being strict disciplinarian.
You have to have a little bit of leeway with a foreigner, don't you?
Yeah.
And maybe there isn't room for that with him.
He's come.
No, he didn't have any.
It's probably his first time with.
We got Yeboah from Germany. He comes originally from Ghana, and everybody expects him to want to play for Leeds like he's only walked down Beeston Hill. You know, it just doesn't happen, does it?
I mean, we've got Marcel away now, and he's playing in a tournament in Trinidad and Tobago. For what?
They're not playing in the World Cup, are they?
They're not. We've missed Tinky for South Africa playing in a nothing tournament. But
Harry Kewell disappeared to Australia for
And Lucas
this
Radebe.
season and he asked for Leeds, hasn't he?
that tournament in Saudi Arabia.
They're playing another stupid tournament, aren't they?
Yeah.
who's paying his wages? We're still paying the wages.
It's getting to such a point where they're playing full time for the country.
As everybody criticises Alex Ferguson, I'm going to stand up for Alex Ferguson now.
Good God.
And everybody criticises Alex Ferguson for the way he pulls his players out of the England squad for friendlies and things. But if you remember, one of his first major signings was Neil Webb. And Neil Webb practically finished his career being injured playing for England. So, I mean, can you really blame him?
No. I mean, I think it's going to get interesting towards the end of this season when the World Cup becomes more and more prevalent in people's mind. The competition's all hot up, the Premiership race hots up, and we've got these wretched friendlies. And we're Leeds United and Barnsley fans, and we're going to pick up where we left off there, talking about foreigners, the World Cup, not the World Cup, dodgy tournaments, or tournaments that we consider dodgy. I mean, guys, you've lost Harry Kewell, Lucas Radebe. I mean, Lucas at least is going to be playing in the World Cup, so there is some excuse for South Africa calling the players out. But
He's only gone really for a couple of matches, hasn't he? Like the South Africa Cup, the African Nations Cup. Kewell has gone to so many games.
was the Saudi Arabia.
Meaningless matches.
The thing is that they've got to be, the ruling is that they've got to be FIFA sanctioned internationals, and then you can't hold your players back. But we countries,
Sanctioning them all now.
with countries like Australia and Saudi Arabia, where they're trying to develop football, they'll sanction anything. And we're losing now players.
it's a country like Saudi Arabia with that amount of money as well.
And Harry Kewell is probably our best player at the moment, and we are losing him to go.
Did he come through the youth system at
Yeah,
Leeds?
he did.
Well, he came from the Sydney Soccer Academy when he was about 16 and came into the youth
Oh,
team.
that's so exciting when you bring a player like that through, isn't it? So much more exciting than just buying one in when you see them develop.
One thing they should do is if ever an international side wants a player from a club, they should be meant to pay the wages. And then they're going to really start thinking twice about when I mean, okay, Adekule at the minute won't be on a massive salary, but they've just negotiated another contract with him, so he'll start earning big money. And suddenly, if Australia starting to pay £6,000 for every week that he's away, they might start thinking twice about it.
And what about you guys? Have you lost many players through?
Well, we've lost Tinkler quite a bit this
Yes,
season.
you lose him.
Marcel.
But Dwight York played for Villa at weekend.
Yeah, we can't understand that.
He didn't go out.
Yeah, no, he didn't go out. He's going to go to the next one, isn't he?
So that he's picking and choosing.
Yeah,
obviously.
Which country? And suddenly, I mean, we've got this thing where, you know, like half of the players in the English Premier League are now Jamaican. They've now all suddenly become Jamaicans. You know, they remember their nationality. Their great-great-grandfather, 6 generations back, was a Jamaican, so they're entitled to play for Jamaica in the World Cup. So they're like half the time.
Portsmouth have suffered with that, haven't they?
Yeah.
The bottom of the league because they've lost 6 or 7 players.
Jack Jarman, everybody suddenly started realising that, you know, you could go back centuries and find somebody who bought a dog off an Irishman.
Yeah, but look where he
they all
did
went to
from.
play for Ireland.
Look
And
where
all
he
these
did
countries
from.
now are starting to do the same, aren't they?
We never had this in the nationwide, you see.
No, we never had these
It's all
problems.
new to us. It's all
Do you think your foreigners have done you any good?
Well, obviously last year, I mean, the players we brought in last year, they got us up. Marcel, Bazanchik, Ariam the year before.
And he's not a foreigner anymore.
No, he's he's naturalised Barnsley lad.
Naturalised Barnsley.
Just with the Barnsley accent.
Recently.
Well, yeah, I mean, they were a success. Whether the ones this year have been such a success is too early to tell. You know,
If you stay up there, they'll be the biggest success in the world, won't
Eric
they?
Tinkler at present is getting a lot of stick from Barnsley fans, but to be fair to the lad, he's been on a plane between here and South Africa half the bloody time, and it must take him 4 or 5 days to recover from that trip. By the time he's recovered, he's back.
Which brings you back to what these lads over here were saying.
You know, so not only are we losing him for the matches, we're losing him. I mean, he openly admits that he hasn't played up to his standard because he's travelling.
I mean, you know, when you played Chelsea away, in some papers he was given man of the match.
Not Tinkler, he didn't play.
Not Tinkler, no.
Bazanchik.
Bazanchik, okay, yeah.
He's a 21-year-old from
Where's Croatia?
Croatia, not sure. One of the Yugoslavian states, we're not sure.
He couldn't talk English when he came,
Can you
but he
spell
can
his
now.
name?
But we can spell his name.
And what about this Christoph and his? I mean, we've got a Barnsley girl here. What about those comments?
He must, I know I've got a pint in, I know. He must have seen me drinking the pint.
To be fair to the lad, the day before that story broke, he was at a supporters meeting in front of 120 Barnsley people, and he said he thought Barnsley people were fantastic. He's had problems with the language because not only do we speak a funny English, but we speak it very fast. So we have trouble understanding it. But
We have tried. I have tried. Anyway,
he has openly denied that. He has openly denied saying that.
They've said since then that story was something he said about 4 days after he died, and they changed half of it anyway. So it turned out to be 6 months out of date, and they changed half of it anyway.
It happened. He went back to see his girlfriend over in. He went back over the other side to see his girlfriend just after he joined us. And he's obviously been asked over there by native reporters what's been going off here, there, and everywhere, and how he's getting on. And it's probably a misinterpretation of what he said. Combined with, by the time it's been translated over to English, and then somebody's picked it up and done this,
I mean, you can't believe what you read today, can you? I mean, you don't really have to have been there to actually be able to say what happened, don't you? I mean, footballers are now the new megastars, aren't they? They're the new pop stars. They're the new superstars of our generation.
The tabloids dictate the news about them.
And it's going to be even bigger after the World Cup, isn't it? It's scary.
It's getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you think we're losing out?
You're getting players now.
Yeah, we
like
definitely
you've got
lose out.
Robbie Fowler now demanding 50 grand a week.
Well, supposedly, according to the tabloid press.
But that sort of
There's
thing's
probably a bit
coming
of
though,
truth
isn't
in
it?
it, though.
That sort of thing's coming, isn't it? And I can see a time coming, and it will not be too far in future, where we're going to have a situation here like they've got in Spain and Portugal and Italy, where you've 2 teams or 3 teams capable of winning anything, and the rest of them are just also-rans. You've got two teams that attract all the players, and nobody else stands a
If you
chance.
go back 10 years, everybody went to Italy for the money. It's funny now they're all coming over here from Italy for the money.
To be honest,
It's a circle, and before long, they'll all go back.
These the people that can't get the
yeah, because my view now is that, I mean, people keep saying the rich will get richer, the poor get poorer, but if you look at the leagues now, the first division, the second division have never been as strong as they are now.
And they're getting stronger and stronger and stronger.
The first division now have gone up 8 years on shot. Second division have gone up 8 years on shot. There's so much interest in football now that all the different clubs are starting to get bigger and bigger crowds.
Which can only be good for British football. On a lighter note, I want to say, I mean, the one thing that I'm absolutely gutted about is that Leeds United now have the best looking footballer in the whole of British football. Playing for them at the moment. Lee Sharp. I mean, he really is.
And he's free and single now, Mary.
I know, well, he is signed for you. He's a Leeds United
He's now
player.
free and single. It's in today's paper.
Is it? Oh, I'm so
So tell
excited.
me, Mary, what is it that you find interesting about it?
Back to what you all started saying a few minutes back about how the supporters are starting to lose out. They're starting to lose out when it comes to paying now to go to matches. Leeds now they've lost the cup crowds forever. Because Leeds charge so much now to go to cup matches that crowds no longer turn up. I see a league game, there's 20 odd thousand season ticket holders, they all turn up. Cup matches, everybody's got to pay. We've just played Grimsby and Oxford in the FA Cup.
How much did they charge you?
They charge more for that than a normal league game.
You see, I paid £17 to watch Juventus, and I think that's good.
No, they would have paid more. They would have paid for top category price game. My seat's 19 quid normally for 20 quid.
You see, I paid £17 to watch Juventus, and
Come to
I think
Barnsley
that's
on Wednesday for 14.
that's a brilliant deal.
Absolutely crap crowds for cup matches.
Yeah.
And they're wondering why.
And you're not alone. I mean, Sheffield Wednesday had 16,000 for Blackburn at home in the Cup. That is a big game. And on that note, I'm afraid we're going to have to wrap this one up. Thanks very much.